सो हेलो एवरीवन, आई एम जयंत कुमार रॉय और मैं अभी एनआईटी वारांगल से एमसीए कर रहा हूँ। एंड टुडे वी हैव विद अस अनुपम प्रकाश। ये मेरे सीनियर है। ये लास्ट ईयर यहाँ पे 2020 में पास आउट हुए थे। एंड ही हैज़ बीन एन एसडी फॉर 1 ईयर इन उड़ान। सो आज हम उनसे उनका एक्सपीरियंस जानेंगे एंड हैव क्यूरेटेड फ्यू क्वेश्चंस फॉर हिम ऑन योर बिहाफ। सो विदाउट फर्दर अडू, मैं चाह दूंगा कि भैया एक बार बस अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दे दें एंड देन आई विल बी आस्किंग फ्यू क्वेश्चंस टू हिम।
So, hi Jayant and hi everyone. My name is Anupam Prakash and I have graduated from NIT Warangal last year. I have been working with Uran from last year August and अभी तकरीबन 8 महीने हो गए काम करते हुए. So it has an amazing journey there. कॉलेज की याद तो आती है बट ठीक है. So and thank you Jayant for having me here. ये इनिशिएटिव काफी सही है तुम लोग का, लाइक सीनियर से कनेक्ट करने का और डाउट्स जो हैं वो पूछने का. आई होप आई एम एबल टू help you as much as I can.
थैंक यू सो मच भैया फॉर कमिंग हियर। सो बिना डीले करे हम क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करते हैं। सो भैया, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू, टेल अस अबाउट योर इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस विद उड़ान।
हाँ, so Uran came to our campus and on 25th of August 2019. So Uran का eligibility criteria was not based on any course or something. It was open for all courses and the minimum CGPA criteria was 4. It means like it was open for all. So the recruitment process जो था उड़ान के साथ मेरा वो it was of 4 steps. The first one was online test, which was a 2.5 hour test, coding test, which was conducted on HackerEarth. The question was to design a system, which they were calling as an API, and that was creating a confusion for most of the people. So the question was to design a system for a movie theater to perform multiple actions like adding screen, reserving seats, etc. Like multiple actions which happen in a movie theater. So उसका system बनाना था और it has been a long time तो ऐसा particular पूरा clearly question याद नहीं है, but ऐसा बनाना था. Simple like C++ या Java का program था वो. Second round was coding round. मतलब उन्होंने कोडिंग राउंड बोला था, इट वाज आल्सो कोडिंग राउंड. ये 1.5 hour का लाइव कोडिंग था. हमें एप्लीकेशन बनाना था टीएमपी सेमिनार हॉल में उनके सामने बैठ के. So in this round, the task was to develop an application. The application could be anything, a CLI based application or a web app or a mobile app, anything, for a simple quiz game. एक simple सा quiz का game बनाना था जहाँ पर like if your name is Jay and if you have played the game once, you cannot play it twice. If you have played it once and you have got a score of let's say 7 out of 10, and the second time you want to play the game, you will be shown your previous results. Like okay, आपके 7 score आया था, that's your score. You cannot play it again. So एक simple सा quiz game था. 1.5 घंटे का टाइम था. 1.5 hour round और उसको बनाना था. So the main motive of this round was to see that if the candidate can make an application which is scalable and robust, like अपने एप्लीकेशन बनाए तो किस लेवल तक उसको स्केल कर सकते हैं. इट्स जस्ट नॉट लाइक कि आपने C++ में 10 इनपुट ले लिए उसको डिस्प्ले कर दिया. वो नॉट, क्योंकि आप इसको कितना रोबस्ट कितना बेटर बना सकते थे. उनका मेन मोटिव ये था जानने का कि आप कैसे people can think in that manner. The third round was the interview round, which was almost 45 minutes long. And this interview round was solely focused on the application we had made in the previous round. They were asking about various corner cases and scalability of the app. For example, I can remember one was जैसे जो app था, currently the app was being played offline. So how can I make the app to play online with multiple people? Or how can I make the app syncable with across multiple devices of mine? Let's say I have played the app on my mobile phone and I have scored 7, and if I want to play it again or see that score in my laptop, how can I do that? Idea, how can I make that thing scalable? So this round was around this, the app, the scalability, the structure, how I made the app. The last round was an interview round. Again, it was a general interview round which happens in most of the companies. It was a resume-based interview round. So this round was based upon your curriculum and resume, what you have read and what you have wrote in your resume. In this round, also their major focus was around your projects, what you have done in your project and mentioned in your resume about those projects, and what application study you have like learn. I mentioned like if you are a web developer, so what have you developed and what have you learned in that. So because the company main focus was to hire person who are application focused, राइट उन्हें एमएल वाले बंदे नहीं चाहिए थे इस वक्त, तो उनका मेन टारगेट था कि उनको आप डेवलपमेंट में जितना हो आपने क्या डेवलपमेंट किया उस टाइप के बंदे चाहिए थे. तो द होल प्रोसेस वाज अराउंड दैट मोटिव एक्चुअली. उसी मोटिव से सारे राउंड्स थे उनके. इफ यू कैन सी दैट यू विल ऑब्जर्व. तो सबके इंटरव्यू राउंड इसी हिसाब से हुए हुए थे. बहुत कम उन्होंने थ्योरी क्वेश्चन पूछा था, बहुत कम. मेरा तो एक भी नहीं पूछा था, उन लोगों का पूछा था. ओएस वगैरह या फिर जो जावा होता है बहुत कम पूछा था. बेसिकली प्रोजेक्ट से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन था.
Okay, Bhaiya. So that clears a doubt for the first question, that how did you prepare for your placements. For the second question, coming to the second question, how much should a fresher focus on DSA and how much on development part?
This is very important question actually. See, our course name is Master of Computer Applications, right?
Yeah.
So, which means we are supposed to be good, if not master, in computer applications, in application development. This is supposed to be the result of the MCA course. So, मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है, मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस से बता रहा हूँ कि जनरली हम नेग्लेक्ट कर देते हैं डेवलपमेंट को बहुत ज़्यादा अपने क्लास में, या फिर हम लोग हमारा फोकस होता है कोडिंग करने पे या फिर लाइक कॉम्पिटिटिव कोडिंग करने पे. तो यू कैन नॉट नेग्लेक्ट डेवलपमेंट एट ऑल. It is the base requirement for our course. So however, DSA is also like equally important because you first need to get into the industry in order to develop application there. And in for getting into the industry, they will ask you DSA questions. So you can not neglect that also. So in my opinion, the perfect thing would be strike a balance between development and DSA coding questions. You're getting my point? हमें दोनों चीज बनानी पड़ेंगी. मतलब एक इसमें बता रहा हूँ एग्जांपल से, like after a placement or after you come clear the courses, the MC course, you cannot tell that मेरी कोडिंग अच्छी है बट डेवलपमेंट मैंने एप्लीकेशन डेवलपमेंट नहीं किया, मुझे उसका आइडिया नहीं है. या फिर ऐसे नहीं बोल सकता कि मैंने एप्लीकेशन डेवलपमेंट किया है बट आई डोंट नो हाउ टू रिवर्स बाइनरी ट्री. ये नहीं आता मुझे, समझ में नहीं आता. तो यू कैन नॉट से दैट. यू हैव टू बी लाइक experience in both those things. You can't be naive on any of this. If you are asking me to quantify like how much to focus, it is actually little difficult to say. But एक मैं ऐसे बोल सकता हूँ कि by the end of your preparation, by the end of your preparation journey of placements, you should be able to, like in case of DSA, you should be able to solve any medium level of DSA question. किसी भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिल जाता है, जैसे GFG हो या फिर हैकरअर्थ हो, किसी भी बाइनरी ट्री का, लिंक लिस्ट का, एरे का, किसी भी DSA का मीडियम लेवल तक का क्वेश्चन आप एफिशिएंटली सॉल्व करने के लायक होने चाहिए. एफिशिएंटली से मेरा मतलब है कि एक उसका ऑप्टिमल सॉल्यूशन और एक डेफिनेट टाइम लिमिट में. ऐसा नहीं कि 4 दिन तक उसको सॉल्व कर रहे हैं तब जाके सॉल्व हुआ है, ऐसा नहीं. एक आपको उस लेवल में होना है. तो ये इतना फोकस रखना है कि हम प्रिपरेशन के एंड तक इस लेवल में हो और ये DSA के लिए हो गया. एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड के लिए क्या करना है, हमें इस लेवल तक कैपेबल होना है कि मेरे पास कोई प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट है. Like if I say you to build an application for the TNP itself, at least you should be able to modularize the problem statement. You should be able to think that how many modules should it contain, what the database should look like, how the data will flow among the modules. If you cannot code it right now, if you cannot develop a software like out of the problem statement itself, at least you should be able to imagine how the solution would look like, how the modules would look like. You getting? How the data would flow, how the user will register itself. Like you should be able to modelize the problem statement. That's the main focus of application development. You know, you you need to develop such kind of mindset in application development. And see, application development doesn't mean that you have to master it in any specific framework. Like मुझे Django आता है, मुझे Django आता है तो मुझे आप एक प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट दे दो, उसका मॉड्यूल्स बता दो, आई वुड कोड इट. So this is not an application development. Application development का सेंस है कि आपके पास एक प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट है, आपने उसको मॉड्यूलराइज कर लिया, आपको पता है कि वो कैसे बनेगा. नाउ इफ यू नो दैट हाउ टू सॉल्व इट, द फ्रेमवर्क विल जस्ट एक्ट एज अ टूल. यू आर गेटिंग? द फ्रेमवर्क एक्ट एज अ टूल. लाइक अगर मुझे वेबकिल बनाना हो तो आई वुड यूज जेएस, और इफ मुझे नेटिव ऐप बनाना है तो आई वुड यूज एंड्रॉइड, स्विफ्ट, एनीथिंग. सो एप्लीकेशन डेवलपमेंट का मेरा मतलब ये है कि एप्लीकेशन डेवलपमेंट में हम प्रॉब्लम को ब्रेक डाउन करना सीखना है. और इफ यू ऑब्जर्व एंड टॉक टू अदर सीनियर्स अबाउट their interview rounds in other companies, they will also say that they ask about the modules, not the code which you are written. Like अपने user कैसे fetch किया, they not ask that, they ask about the module. How to develop this mindset, I can say कि ऐसा हमारे कोर्स स्ट्रक्चर में नहीं है कि हमें इस तरह का माइंडसेट डेवलप करना सिखाया जा सके, प्रॉब्लम को ब्रेक डाउन करना. So I can suggest you one thing. How can you develop that? There are various competitions on hackathons going on. The notably are SIH, Smart India Hackathon, Code Fundu. These are few, and what you have to do is pick up a problem statement from that. You don't need to. If you can, it is better to participate. But if you can't, just pick up a problem statement. It is given on their websites. Pick up the problem statement, pick up a pen and paper. You don't need to pick up a laptop and code the application right there. Just pick up a pen and paper, pick up the problem statement you like, and try to make a flowchart of it. Try to imagine how to solve it. In this way, you would be able to like develop the mindset for the application development. And coding तो है ही अपनी जगह, जैसे हम coding करते हैं. So you need to strike a balance in between those. कि हमारे preparation करने तक I should be able to do both of these things.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, that clears the doubt that how much should a fresher focus on DSA and how much on development part. Just a follow-up question. During your college time, how did you prepare for your placements with DSA and development part? How did you prepare for that?
Are you asking about like the how I got your point. My placement preparation strategy, kind of that question. Huh? Yeah. So for placement in college, I made a simple strategy for myself. The basic simple strategy. Generally होता क्या ना कि we become serious in our fourth semester for placement की, अब तो 6 महीने बाद, लेकिन semester बाद हमारा placement है. So generally we become serious at that point only. मेरा भी same था. I become serious in the January 2019 that placement is about to come. So at that time we have around 6 to 6.5 month of time up to mid-July. After that placement starts. तो 6 से 6.5 महीने का टाइम होता है. तो मैंने इस टाइम को सिंपली 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड किया था. The first part was before SEM, like up to April, before SEM break, up to April, from like January, February, March, April. These 4 months, along with my college like semester study, I will focus on development. Then my major focus would be on development. I wanted to have a major and a minor project on my plate by the end of that time, completed like completely by myself. It's not like copying a code or somewhere from, or having just for the namesake of project having it. No, my target was to complete a project from my own. Okay, so apart from that, apart from development, I was also coding on. I mostly code on GFG. So I was also coding, but not intensively, just for brushing up my concepts, like just a basic and easy level questions, just to brushing up my concept. My major focus was on development in the first part of my preparation. The second part was the semester break. It's like it start from around May to mid July. That is the like, most intense part. So in this part, my only focus, you getting? In the first part, I had a major and minor focus. In this part, I had my only focus, and which is coding. I did not touch development at all. So this part, what I did, like, as I earlier cleared up my concepts for DSA, multiple DSAs in last part. In this part, I was coding a better question, medial level questions of DSA. Let's say लिंक लिस्ट प्रिंट करना आ गया तो लिंक लिस्ट को रिवर्स करना, सॉर्ट करना, और भी अलग लेवल के मीडियम लेवल के ऊपर के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहा था इन दिस पार्ट. तो ऐसा करने से क्या हो रहा था कि I was able to have a strong base. I had already built a strong base. Now I can build up my coding, uh, building on that. I was focusing on my weak areas. I was like making myself completely prepared for the coding part also, as I have not to worry about the development part. I had done it already. So ये मेरे ख्याल से मैंने थोड़ा डिफरेंट किया था कि बाकी लोग, मैं बता सकता हूँ होता क्या है, जनरली क्या होता है कि प्लेसमेंट के लिए हम लोग सिर्फ कोडिंग पे लग जाते हैं. प्लेसमेंट करना है तो कोडिंग पे लगे हुए. एंड व्हाट दिस मिस्टेक आई आल्सो डिड ड्यूरिंग माय इंटर्न कि कोडिंग पे ही लगे रहे. और क्योंकि उस समय दिमाग में ये रहता है कि ओटी निकलेगा तब तो इंटरव्यू का देखेंगे, ओटी नहीं निकलेगा तो इंटरव्यू का क्या मतलब. तो वो मेरे दिमाग में था, इंटरव्यू इंटर्न के टाइम पे था.
Excuse me, sorry for interrupting. For those who don't know what OT is online test that a company takes before shortlisting for the round. Yeah, please continue.
सो ओटी जब क्लियर होगा तभी इंटरव्यू में जा सकते हैं. तो जनरली हम लोग का ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट होता है कि हम कोडिंग पे ही लगे रहते हैं, कोडिंग पे लगे रहते हैं, और लास्ट के जब कंपनी आने के 1-2 हफ्ते पहले हमें ध्यान आता है कि प्रोजेक्ट भी चाहिए. तब तक टाइम ही रहता है और हमें फिर या तो हमारा खुद का प्रोजेक्ट नहीं रहता है, हमें दूसरों से लेना पड़ता है. दैट्स अ बैड वेरी बैड सिचुएशन. तो हमें वैसा नहीं करना चाहिए. एक प्रॉपर अपना स्ट्रैटेजी बनाना चाहिए कि हमें दोनों चीज़ चाहिए अपने प्लेट में. रिज्यूमे में अपना प्रोजेक्ट भी लिखना है तो उसके लिए भी प्रॉपर टाइम देना है और कोडिंग के लिए भी प्रॉपर टाइम देना है. तो दैट आई डिड. एंड आई one more thing I have observed that people keep switching on coding platforms. Like if anyone is using HackerRank and his friend or her friend is using HackerEarth or CodeChef or LeetCode, anything, so they keep on changing that. Okay, मुझे भी वो करना चाहिए. That is not good. That is not good because coding expert होना प्लेटफॉर्म में नहीं. तो ये मेरा सिंपल है, और देखिए कोडिंग दे रहे तो हो जाता है.
Yeah. So now we got to know two prominent things, two very important things, that don't delay project till your end time, till the company comes. Then you will have to, means you have to show something in your resume, right? And the one who is looking at your resume, the recruiter will know if you have copied or not, because he will ask you questions based on that.
Exactly.
And second thing is, means keep switching, means regularly switching off online platform coding platforms is not that good. Be at one and master that thing, right?
Master coding, master DSA, not master platform.
Yeah.
If you know how to reverse a linked list in a best efficient way, you can do it on GFG, you can do it on Hacker, the codes, everything. The code will remain same. That's the move.
Okay, so that solves our doubt for the third question. Coming to the next question, after placement, that is now in Uran, what is helping you more, your DSA skill or your development skill?
So to be honest, जब से कंपनी में गए, मतलब I have not done any DSA here. I have not done any DSA any बहुत टाइम हो गया अब तो लिंक लिस्ट वगैरह को देखे हुए. It is all about development here in the industry. Maybe this can change based on company. कंपनी भी चेंज कर सकता है कि कुछ कंपनी DSA पे अभी भी काम करवा रही हूँ, but I'm sure कि you will not going to solve core DSA problems in any company out there you got placed. Like you are not going to get the problem statement like, okay, we have some linked lists, you need to do operations on that, or we have a tree, you have a graph, you have to need operation on that. I don't think this happens. See, in industry, all companies have their framework already built. They have their framework built. You are supposed to add features to them. You are supposed to solve a real world problem and embed your solution in the existing framework. Okay. Uh, because let's say for an e-commerce, you are not supposed to solve graphs for their routing pattern of their delivery system. You are not going to do that. There are highly advanced software available there for that. But DSA is also important because it makes the base of your knowledge. But yeah, main thing which I have observed is the breakdown, the application development mindset, uh, breaking a real world problem into the modules. That is what is helping me here in the company. Not doing any DSA coding here.
Okay. So that resolves a doubt that what is helping him more, his DSA skill or development skill. Coming to our fifth question, does rating on online competitive platform like Codeforces and CodeChef matters?
Okay, like those companies in which I have appeared, like I've appeared in most of the companies which came for NC at NITW. So I haven't seen that the hiring process are judging on the basis of rating on Codeforce or CodeChef. I haven't seen anything like that. Yeah, if you are going to compete in competitions like ACM, ICPC, or any other coding competition out there, so it may matter there. It may matter, but for placement, I don't think that matters that much. कि हमारा कोड शेफ पे कितना रैंक है. Uh, the most they want to do is the clear the OT and clear the questions in the interview. So I don't think that is important. Your ratings, they are certainly important when you are going to go for competitive coding. I have not that much interest there, so answer that.
Okay. So getting on to our next question, sixth, our sixth question. You were involved in Android development in college and were also part of WSDC, that is Warangal Student Development Community. Can you suggest few resources from where one can learn Android development?
For Android development, there are multiple resources out there, especially for Android development. Like it is a very popular and very demanding among the students. So there are multiple resources out there. It depends upon which tutorial you find suitable to your pattern. See, there are two kinds of learning technique. One is first learn the theory, then apply it, or other one is learn while doing. Like you are learning how to learning a concept, then applying, then learning another concept, then applying it. So there are two types of students. So for the first type, I can refer you to like the Google Developer Android tutorial. It is the official tutorial provided by Google, and they have their own YouTube channel. You can find the YouTube channel there, and they have like their whole course there. And it is also based upon like first learn the theory and then apply it. Other you can go for Udemy courses, which they have. Udemy have partnered with Google, and there are multiple Udemy courses for there. Tutorial Point is also there with their Android course, and multiple websites are there. For, like, these three are coming in my mind right now. For the second type of students, which go for learn while doing, like they learn by making the projects itself. Uh, I also prefer that. So for that, there are multiple YouTube channels which I used to follow. Was one of them is you could find EDMT Dev. There's a YouTube channel named EDMT Dev, and Learn Code Online by Hitesh Chaudhary. So these are the channels which I used to follow. Just hunt a little, but you will find according to your test. There are bunch of them.
Okay. So we got to know that you can learn any development part by two ways. One by first learning theory completely and then by applying, or by learning on the go. Like you learn a short thing and then you just apply it, and then again learn and then again apply. Like learning by doing it, learning on the go. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have collected few questions from our juniors. So I'll be asking them now. Is knowledge of API important in Udan? And follow-up question for that: how to prepare for the round where they ask for designing the API?
Yeah. As I said earlier, actually the word API is creating confusion here. You first need to know what an API is. It is actually just an interface which provides you the functionalities ready-made and abstract the underlying procedure. See, I know where the question is coming from. It is coming from the first round where they say that okay, you have to develop an API, but it is not an API, nothing like a hotshot API. Let me clear it to you. Now, if you remember in the first round, as I said, uh, they have asked to create an application for a movie theater. Okay, where you have to perform multiple operations like adding screens, reserving seats. So it was also a form of API where you have to put your choices. The application will work, will talk to the DS, the underlying DS, and will trigger actions accordingly. Okay. अगर मतलब बेसिक टर्म्स में बोलूँ तो इट वाज सिंपल C++ एंड जावा प्रोग्राम जो ऊप्स के कॉन्सेप्ट पे बेस्ड था और उसको उस तरह से डिजाइन करना था बस. It was nothing like any hotshot API development, REST development, and those kind of server related stuff. Nothing was that. Simple एक C++ का प्रोग्राम था. But it was an API. API था वो. API होता क्या है ना जनरली? You just feed in your choices. I want to register a screen. Just go for there, and it will take the choice from there and will talk to the DS, talk to the backend, will process it and serve you the result. That was the only thing. तो उन्होंने इस क्वेश्चन को API के शब्द में बोला, मतलब लाइक कोर डेफिनेशन बेस्ड, और यहाँ पे लोगों में कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट हो गया. मेरे में भी हुआ था थोड़ा सा कि अब इसमें के लिए सर्वर चाहिए होगा या फिर ऐसा कुछ नहीं. देयर इज नथिंग काइंड ऑफ हॉटशॉट API development in the Udan. You just need to make a simple C++ Java question. You can also talk to your seniors and get the idea of the question, get the questions, and you will get to know how the question was. It was nothing like an API.
Okay, yeah, so that clears our doubt for is knowledge of API important in Udan. Coming on to our next question. Uh, Junior has asked, I'm working on a chess board game in with additional feature of playing with multiple users on multiple computers, which is based on socket programming and OOPS. Can I show it as a major project or should I go with ML project?
ML. You should definitely go for ML if you are interested and really want to take that up. Okay. But if you are thinking ML is popular these days, or someone that guy is having ML project in his resume, and my chessboard will look outdated, never do that. Please never do that. You are having a chess application. You are making a chess project. It is a super awesome project. Like as I got to know from the question, you are going to have a online based chess application with a super awesome project, and you can certainly keep it as a main project. I'm sure like most of the people in as a student उनके पास ऐसा project नहीं होगा. Don't have this. It is a super awesome project. You should keep it. You should keep it as a main project. And it's not like ML project is a short way of selection. Okay. So होता है ऐसा like रेज्यूमे के टाइम पे कि ML बहुत चल रहा है आजकल, ML का प्रोजेक्ट डाल देते तो वो बहुत हो जाता है. नहीं, it's not like that. It's not a short way of selection, but investing your time and energy, switching into it, learning and developing, especially if you are doing it with like a kind of peer pressure or without any interest, it is only going to harm you. It's not going to like uplift you. No, if you do project which you are interested in, which you with which you can connect easily, with which you can explain confidently. You know everything. You want to build a project like that, then do that. Don't come into like any kind of pressure that someone is having an ML project. It doesn't make many difference. Go for your own. And best of luck from my side for its just application. It's very good application.
So now getting on to our next question. What all it takes for an MCA student to get into top companies that visits NIT Varangal, like Microsoft, Archesium, and DShow?
Uh, MCA, you don't need to think as a I am an MCA student and I need to do something extra. Okay, first thing you need to do is to get away from those people who say that you cannot get there because you're an MCA student. Get away from those people. First thing you have to do that. It is not true. It is not true that you have to face a biasness if you are MCA student or you have to कि दूसरे ब्रांच को ज़्यादा प्रेफरेंस मिल जाएगा ऐसा नहीं है. If the company is allowing you to sit in the exam, now it's your time to justify why you are eligible. You're getting my point?
Yeah.
अगर आपको मौका मिल रहा है ना, the company is not going to differentiate. The company will only differentiate if you are not performing to that level. अगर सामने वाला बंदा आपसे ज़्यादा सही कर रहा है परफॉर्म तो दे विल टेक दैट. अभी मैं अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से बता रहा हूँ कि ऐसा नहीं है कि आप अपने कोर्स के आधार पे जज किए जाओगे. यू कैन गो एंड आस्क अबाउट द सीनियर्स, एनी सीनियर और देयर सीनियर बैचेस, एंड पीपल आर there in Microsoft, people are there in Arcesium, people are, I'm not sure whether these allows us to say, but you can find people there from MC, from our class, from your seniors. People are there. So don't think MC as your negative side. It is your strength. You are here because of an MCA. Just because you are an MCA student, you will not be here if MCA course was not there. So just believe in yourself. Yeah. What other branch has to put in to get to those companies, you have to put also the same thing. Be focused in your preparation, be confident in yourself, and if you are doubtful that you are an MCA student and you cannot get there, remove that doubt first. It is never like that.
Okay, so that clears our doubt for that. So please drain away that mental clutter that you have, that being an MCA student would affect your placement. If a company is allowing you to sit for the placement, it will not differentiate you and some other student. It will only differentiate you on based on your performance. And how do you improve your performance? You improve it by doing your DSA, doing your development work, and doing your coursework. That is, during your preparation work, you have to be sharp. Okay, coming on to our last question here. Um, which technology or language would you recommend us to study as per current market condition? Since personally I am not able to make decision, which field in computer science interests me more? I am like jack of all trades, but master of none. But I want to become master of one. So, is there any suggestion you could give that could help me deciding which field I should pursue for? Means there are too many fields. This student is asking that which field he should prefer, like go for machine learning or web development or game development, something like that. So, which field he should prefer, or which technology or language he should prefer?
See, it is again a very good question. It is, I understand, it is difficult to decide which area to grow your interest in. Uh, an honest decision can be made if you give some time exploring the area which naturally interests you. Suppose you are having a doubt that should I go for ML or should I go for application development, should I go for web development. Give time. Give time to all your natural interests, not too much, like 1 month, 1 month to every. You will uh, soon get to know that okay, this is the thing which interests me more. क्योंकि without exploring that thing you will not like get to know that okay, ML देखने में अच्छा लगता था, ML कर लूंगा, ML करना चाहिए, ML ज़्यादा मार्केट में ट्रेंड है. Get to know that subject first. See if you enjoy that, if you feel yourself connected with that, and you will get to know which connects with you more. See, as I have, if you are asking about technology, as I have my inclination toward application development, I can tell you in that domain only. Uh, JavaScript is very important. JavaScript is very important. Uh, for if we come for application development, like I can suggest you to give time to JS if you are interested in Java application development. What happens is if I say I want to do application development, we generally go for Android development, which is a native development in which we build apps for just Android devices. If we say web development, we are only building a web app which will run on browsers. If we say iOS development, so we go for Swift. So in this case, what happens is कॉन्स्ट्रक्ट कर दे रहे हैं अपने आप को कि मुझे एंड्रॉयड डेवलपमेंट आता है, आई एम नॉट वेरी मच इनटू वेब डेवलपमेंट. ओके, बट अभी क्या है ना, देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड क्रॉस प्लेटफॉर्म एप्लीकेशन डेवलपमेंट in which you have to make an app. It will run on web, Android, iOS, everything, and it is powered by JS, JavaScript. In our course, what we learn about JavaScript is just the basic vanilla JavaScript, and somehow the situation is just like that. We don't understand how powerful is JS. I'm getting to know that after coming to the company itself. JavaScript is very important. Go for it. And I can also suggest that if you want to go for a cross-mobile application development, there are languages like React, React.js, React Native, Flutter. Go for them. If you have interest in them, learn that and explore JavaScript as much as you can. Explore various flavors of JavaScript. There are many. I can only name a few, like Angular, Node, React, Express. Multiple are out there. Just play around with JS. You will get to know anything. And also, why I'm saying React and Flutter is because most of the companies out there are focusing on these technology only because it is आसान होता है कंपनी के लिए भी कि हमारे पास एक ही कोड बेस है, उससे हम वेब भी चला रहे हैं, एंड्रॉइड भी चला रहे हैं, iOS भी चला रहे हैं. हमें कोड बेस बैलेंस ज़्यादा मैनेज नहीं करना है, ज़्यादा डेवलपर्स अलग अलग डोमेन के एक्सपर्ट्स हायर नहीं करने हैं हमें. तो इट इज़ very beneficial for company also, very beneficial for you also. So if you want me to suggest any particular technology, go for JS. It will help you a lot. Any form of JS will help you a lot.
On a personal note, JavaScript is my favorite also. I am also learning JavaScript, and I have also started making few applications on it, and I'm just loving JavaScript. It can be used everywhere. Like, okay, so here we have finished all our questions. Would you like to add something on a personal note? That would you like to give any message to the upcoming juniors and every other student who is watching this video?
ओके, ऐसा कि कॉलेज लाइफ ना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. तो मेक यार बैलेंस वाली चीज़ है. मेक अ बैलेंस. डोंट मतलब ऐसे नहीं कि मौज मस्ती में ही घुस गए या सिर्फ पढ़ाई में ही घुस गए. एक बैलेंस होना चाहिए क्योंकि यू डोंट वांट टू रिमेंबर योर कॉलेज डेज लाइक एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग. व्हेन यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट योर कॉलेज डेज, exception handling में फंस गए थे. That memory should not come to your mind. Make memories in your college, but not only keep yourself busy in making memories, make knowledge also. So strike balance. And one important thing which I have noticed, and I would certainly like you to do that, make your own project. Please make your own project. Don't ask someone to give it to you. बिकॉज ऐसा है कि दूसरे के प्लेस में वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आएगा, कभी नहीं आएगा. हमेशा अगर इंटरव्यू है, सामने वाले से आपको डर लगता रहेगा कि मुझे ये पॉइंट समझ में नहीं आया था उनसे, और एक अंदर से एक खोखलापन वाली फीलिंग रहती है. इफ यू आर टेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट फ्रॉम समवन एल्स, यू हैव सफिशिएंट टाइम, मेक योर ओन. इफ यू थिंक कि 4 महीने में मेरे से नहीं हो सकता, थोड़ा पहले से तैयारी स्टार्ट कर लो, एक बेसिक सा बनाओ, बट कीप योर ओन प्रोजेक्ट. Don't rely on anyone to give you project. It is the most important thing you will do to yourself. And after the placement, please go out for a trip. That is very important. That is very important thing. The second most important thing after placement in your college life is to go out for a trip with your friends and enjoy. Best of luck from my side for a placement, and I wish you safety and best of luck from my side. That would I say.
Thank you so much, Via.
Work
Thank you
hard,
so
party
much
harder.
for sharing so valuable insights. Students watching this, please don't copy projects. Make your own project. Those who are going for internship, if you feel like you don't have much time, on a personal note, I feel that if you are making project on your own, it's a good project. Then you can also put it as an ongoing project. Just put,
Exactly.
yeah.
That is
So
a very important point.
if your project is not just make a small project and another one good project that you can put it as an ongoing project, but that project needs to be your own so that you feel confident and comfortable when questions are asked around it, and you can drive the interview based on that project also. So but yeah, again, thank you very much. Thank you so much on students behalf and also on my behalf. I really like this talk very much. So we'll conclude the session here, and I'll stop the recording.
Yeah. Thank you for having me here, Jen.